Hello there, welcome back. I was nearly going to say another Transformers toy review, but that's not strictly the case. This is a figure from BotCon, or the kind of new BotCon. It's kind of a crossover figure in terms of it's supposed to be, it's an Action Force figure, but it's kind of like a bit of a crossover with Transformers because I think it's supposed to be kind of Waspinator in that respect. And they released a whole bunch of figures, and one of these Wasp Raiders, which was exclusive, which was, I think announced probably 18 months or 2 years ago. It's one of those things I put down like a pre-order for, and like it's been so long before this has come out, so I've kind of forgotten about it. And then up it popped, and here we are. Here he is. Now he did come all packaged up. I have done my normal thing and sort of taken away the packaging. I mean, here's the figure himself. I'm just going to pop him off to the side before we actually look at that. And on the packaging, you've got the Wasp Raider 0107. So I think that's maybe how many are in that particular series. And they've kind of got this kind of hive kind of thing going on here. And then it shows you some of the other figures within the collection that you can collect. So you've got Sergeant Slaughter. So they've actually got the trademark for that, which is interesting. They've got Swarm Trooper, Steel Brigade, the Bone Collector, Karak and Condor. And you scan for additional Force products. And then you can cut that out and save it. File name unknown. Special Forces, secondary skills, covert ops, intelligence, rank affiliation, ranks unknown, the Swarm. And then all these little action points down here as well. Valaverse down here is where you can pick up all these other figures as well. And what it says is when each battalion of Swarm Troopers is deployed, there is always one Wasp Raider to accompany them. So kind of like they're in charge. Keeping a distance, Wasp Raiders monitor every mission as their elite soldiers move swiftly through their adversaries. If needed, Wasp Raiders can descend into battle in the blink of an eye, a nerve-wrenching buzz from their flight packs, forecasting the impending danger before they strike. No living soul has survived a Wasp Raider attack, making their methods only a mix of fear-filled hearsay and hush rumour. The speed of the attack, as well as their banking agility during flight and their power drives during their aerial assault strafing guns, would put tremendous strain on their body. Even beyond that experienced by combat aircraft pilots, it is therefore suspected that Wasp Raiders have far more technological advancements than a standard Swarm Trooper, but including a leading-edge armour-reinforcing limb and body that could counter these intense crushing G-forces. Their neural implants allow each Wasp Raider to counter these intense crushing or acting as a living UAV and giving the Wasp Raider the ability to adapt their battle plans to any scenario a swarm battalion may encounter. And it says at the end, if you're involved in a skirmish with a swarm unit and happen to see a flash of green and yellow, fear not, it will be over soon. In other words, you're dead. That's a bit long-winded, but you get the idea there. They ain't good news. So as you can see with it, I've got him pictured with a load of accessories, but he does come with a load others. So you get this kind of dagger here, which has got some nice detail on. If that'll focus. There you go. So you've got this jagged edge here, and silver for the blade and handle there, which has got like a grip on it, and he holds it just fine. And then you get a load of other hands, so you get like a normal gripping hand here, an open hand, which I think is more or less to hold this kind of rifle here. You get a punchy hand. You get another punchy hand. You get another open hand to rest your rifle in, and another gripping hand as well. So you've got 2 of those. And then you get this action force stand as well, which has got 4 pegs on, and obviously you can peg those into the bottom of the feet, but it's actually fairly secure. Even if you use one, you want to have the other one off at an angle, it does hold them. What I did find with these ones is initially, after using them, they were a little bit stiff and hard to get on, so it does take a little bit of kind of working in to get them on here. And this is kind of like, looks like a kind of like a steel plate here, and just got action force in there. And the figure himself, obviously I've got him with the gun here. This is one of the kind of shooty hands that you've got here, and he holds it fine. The hands actually rotate around and you can kind of move them kind of in and out a little bit. Was it up and down? Don't know if they are a little bit stiff, these ones. I think you can move it up and down. Yeah, it's up and down like that. So there is that movement there. And then you can see there where it's actually gripping it. It's actually proper trigger finger. Then you can just pull that out like so. And then this will actually go in here. So you can hold the gun in there, and that kind of more or less clicks into place. And he's got this armor that goes around his legs, and this is kind of like a kind of brass colored here. So this is all painted. The legs are painted as well. This piece here is like stuck on his leg, I think. Yellow and black, which is nicely done. Yellow detailing in black paint over this kind of green plastic that you've got here. This section here is also armor, so it comes with the armor already applied, but you can add it on. And the head as well is kind of interchangeable. If you had another head to sort of do that, they're kind of the same scale as the kind of classifieds. In my mind anyway. I believe I haven't got any of those to hand, but the head kind of moves down like that, up to there, a bit side to side, and all the way around. And it's really cool. I love the kind of the wasp kind of texture for the eyes. It's got a real nice feel to it. And then the face is painted yellow and gold there. And then you've got this nice, I think the actual, what would you call it, armor is painted green as well. But it's a slightly kind of shimmery green. So it just stands out a little bit from the rest. And he's got various little bits here. So these are actually molded in, but it's supposed to be like little magazine clips in there. And one thing I didn't notice about the back is you can actually hold the knife in there, which I hadn't noticed before. So you can actually store that in here. This Wasp Backpack is separate. So it actually plugs onto the back. So, there we go. So it takes a bit of force, but it does peg on here. But you have to kind of line up the backpack and everything else through the figure. So you just have to make sure it's lined up correctly. But this is a nice piece. It's all painted yellow and black in here. You got your kind of, I guess, blaster that comes out of here, or jetpack. These are painted black here, and you've got loads of detailing on the wings here as well. And the wings just move up and down. There's a few little notches in there. And it feels fairly sturdy. And then you can just peg that back on the back here. Just have to make sure it's all lined up, and it'll click in. So yeah, you do have to apply a bit of force to do that. If I move the hands out, you can swap them out by pulling them out. So you do again have to use a bit of force. And then if you get the open hand, where is it? I've lost the open hand. There's one open hand there. Another open hand there. I lost one. I swear I did have it just a second ago. Oh, there. Can't see where I've got it to. I'm sure there was another open hand that I had. Unless I dreamt it up. Either way, let's swap it around. So I'm going to take this one out as well, like that. And I'm going to have the open hand on this side. Like that. You just pick it in. Bit of a tight connection, but it's in there. And then if you want to get the gripping hand or the kind of gun holding hand in here as well. Sometimes to get the guns in place it does require a little bit of kind of manipulation of these hands because they are quite stiff. But once you get them in there, they are well and truly in there. And then you can kind of do that thing where you kind of put your arm out and he'll kind of hold it in his other hand as well. If I can get it in that pose. Something like that. you kind of get the idea. I'm not very good at posing these type of figures, but you kind of get the idea, and you can swap it out, and you can have yourself two kind of punching hands. If you want to get yourself into a bit of a fight, you can do. So now he means a bit of business. Yeah, they are tough to get in and out of these. There you are, you've got those. And in terms of articulation, the waist does kind of move around a little bit, and you can move it all the way down like that or back like that. So you can have him sort of flying forward, bending down like that. To the side here, the arms, you can get them to move forward as well. So forward and back like that, and then they'll swivel around in that joint all the way around. You get swivel there, double jointed elbow, which will take it up to there, so you can raise your fist in the air, put them up like that. So that's pretty cool. The legs kind of come out to there, forward to there, and back to there as well. You get a swivel at the top here, which goes all the way around, and then the leg is like a double jointed thing again. But I love the thing with the knee pad, so it doesn't really sort of break at the sculpt too much, and the paint's applied pretty well. And then the feet just move forward and back like that. You don't really get like a rocker or anything else like that. But if you do want to get him in some poses, you can do it, even if his foot is kind of like at an angle. And if you're not sure, you can always use the kind of stand to help him with that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, so you've got all the weapons and stuff with him. I don't know if you can peg this in as well, because all the other weapons seem to sort of like peg in somewhere, but I don't think you can peg this one in anywhere unless I'm kind of missing something really obvious, or you kind of peg it over that. I'm not really sure. doesn't seem like this goes anywhere, but it's like a really cool figure. You know, and you know, I've got like some crossover figures, so I'll probably have them displayed with those, and have him on display. Not sure how I'll display him, like with his kind of weapons, I think, like that, rather than have his fists out like so. But just as a bit of a size comparison to finish off all of our little Wasp videos, I'll bring in Kingdom Waspinator here. Ooh. He's a little bit diddier. And then we got their kind of 10th anniversary Waspinator here as well. So I'll bring him in. So then you've got all three of them side by side. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a great colour scheme, isn't it? The kind of green and yellow, I think. I'm not mega into kind of Action Force and G.I. Joe, but this is one I definitely had to pick up. It kind of got me tempted into picking some of the other ones up. I may well pick up another one of the other Swarm Troopers. So I think they're like this guy, but just in different colours. I think in just like yellow and black. I think I'll have to double check to see that. I will put the link down for Valaverse as well.com, just to, if you guys want to have a look through and see if there's any figures in there that take your fancy. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.